This is the WWE Money in the Bank 2025 full show results video, which takes place at Intuit Dome in Inglewood, California. The show started with the women's Money in the Bank ladder match between Alexa Bliss vs. Julia vs. Naomi vs. Rhea Ripley vs. Roxanne Perez vs. Stephanie Vaquer. All 6 women in the ring standing off before a brawl breaks out. Stephanie clobbers Julia in the corner and hits a underhook codebreaker. Naomi back in, X-Factor into the side of ladder takes the Dark Angel out. Bliss back in, putting Naomi into a ladder, getting involved with Perez and Ripley dropkicks Julia. Pulling a ladder in, Rhea takes Roxanne out with a kick and then facebusters Naomi into the ladder. Ladder set up, ladder leaned into the ropes, Julia and Perez put Ripley into the open sideways one, close it on her, and then smash the open ladder into the whole conurbation. Roxanne puts boots to her and takes her out of the contraption, throwing her to the floor and taking the ladder and setting it atop Rhea on the floor. She and Julia cover Ripley in ladders as Naomi pulls the open ladder back into position. Vaquer stacks Naomi and Julia up, dropkick to the former and a lariat to the ladder, and she destroys Naomi's knee in the ropes. Vaquer tries to climb the ladder anyway, Julia slips down, high waist lock and a German suplex out of it. Climbing the ladder, Naomi joins her, Julia spider German suplexes her off the ladder, but Bliss comes over and takes her out. Bliss goes down to take care of her with a powerbomb and then shoves one ladder into another to knock Perez and Julia. Working together to close a ladder, they pick Alexa up and drop her stomach first into the ladder. Roxanne finds herself trying to skin the cat in front of a recovering Rhea Ripley, who then chases her into the ring and powerbombs her into Naomi. Ripley setting a ladder up in the turnbuckles, electric chair on Julia, facebuster into the ladder. Rhea sets up a ladder but Vaquer pulls her down, then Ripley drops her with a headbutt, pulls a second ladder into the ring, bridges the open ladder to the ropes with it, jockeying for position, electric chair, Vaquer reverses, hits Devil's Kiss into the ladder. Bliss climbs a ladder, Naomi pulls her down, Roxanne has hands on the case but Stephanie blocks her and pulls her down. They jockey for position as do Alexa and Naomi on the other side of the ladder, which also got a bridging ladder added at some point. Stereo Yoshi tonics from Roxanne and Alexa into the bridging ladders. Julia hands on the briefcase, Roxanne climbs to try and cut her off, trading punches, pulling hair, Alexa Bliss climbs up under Perez and pulls her down. Ripley rolls back inside to climb and cut Julia off, pulls her down, pump handle, hits Riptide. Rhea and Alexa circling the standing ladder, they fight over it, rotated about 60 degrees, climbing it and trading punches, but Naomi comes over and knocks it over and sends them both packing. Naomi's feeling it, she climbs, she hesitates, she keeps climbing, she grabs it, and Naomi won the 2025 Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. The next match happened between Dominic Mysterio vs. Octagon Jr. for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Fast-paced out the gates, Octagon with a tornillo out of the corner, big head scissors, to the floor with the Ace Moonsault. Back inside, charging in, Mysterio crotches him on the ropes and ties his mask to the bottom rope. Putting boots to Jr., posing for the crowd as the referee frees Octagon. Drawing him up, whip to the corner, pass to the apron, big Gammon-Gyri, and Jr. comes off the top with a corkscrew arm drag. Super kick, double jump corkscrew Vader bomb, then Michinoku driver from Mysterio, Octagon making a comeback, Fisherman neckbreaker connects, up top but Dom shoves him off and Liv Morgan runs interference so Dom gets the 619. Dominic goes off the top, hits Shadows over Hellfrog Splash, and Dominic Mysterio won the match by pinfall, retaining the WWE Intercontinental Championship. The next match happened between Becky Lynch vs. Lyra Valkyria for the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship. Valkyria with hard-grounded punches out the gates, hip toss, snapmare, fireman's carry, but Lynch gets the ropes so she clobbers her to the floor. Lyra off the ropes, wrecking ball dropkick, Becky cuts her down and throws her into the announce desk and then into the barricade. Back inside, Lynch in control, working her over, whip across, off the ropes, Valkyria stabilizes and lands a snap-swinging neckbreaker. Big DDT from Becky, cover for 2, up top, Lyra hits a superplex, follows with a fisherman suplex. Lynch counters, arm drag into a cross armbar, Valkyria gets a pin to counter and break and grabs a torture half crab with a knee to the back of her neck. Shifting to stepping on her neck, Becky gets the ropes and forces a break. To the floor, Lyra hangs her over the barricade, applied guillotine leg drop across the back of her neck. Back inside, Valkyria perches, missile dropkick countered into a powerbomb, but she kick out. Up top and jockeying for position, hits avalanche manhandle slam, but Lyra kick out. Action to the floor, back and forth, Lyra hits Nightwing but can't capitalize and they're both down and out. Referee Jessica Carr counts, both women power up and beat the count at 9. Trading near falls, manhandle slam reversed to a victory roll, reversed back, and the result of this match was Becky Lynch won the match by pinfall with a victory roll and a handful of tights, becoming your new WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion. Post-match, as per the stipulations, Akaki Lynch waves a devastated Valkyria into position to have her hand raised. Lyra fights with herself before gingerly grabbing Becky's wrist and raising it. She goes to leave but Lynch says that's not good enough and she wants her hand raised for all four sides of the audience. Valkyria, dejected, goes ahead and does it but that's still not good enough. Becky wants her to put the belt around her waist. Belt in hand, Lynch looking the other way, Lyra clearly thinks about it for a second but puts the title on her all the same, hits German suplex, then Nightwing. Then we saw a men's Money in the Bank ladder match between Andrade El Idolo vs El Grande Americano vs LA Knight vs Penta vs Seth Rollins vs Solo Sikoa. We see Penta goes up top, plancha off the ring post wipes everybody out, then Americano attacked Andrade from ladder at outside the ring. Whip across, corner ends Wajiri, leg trip, Rollins cuts him off with a ladder to the ribs before cutting Andrade out of the air with the ladder. Knight throws Sikoa into the ladder, big corner punches, he blocks a super kick with the ladder but Solo blasts him on the second try. Rollins climbs, Americano behind him with an ankle lock atop the ladder. El Idolo climbs up with them, Penta underneath him, then Andrade hits sunset flip powerbomb to Americano off the ladder and Penta takes Seth off the ladder with a vertical suplex into the ladder. Andrade hanging on the briefcase, his grip slips off, he climbs back up, hangs off the hook, LA and Penta trading punches as Paul Heyman calls for Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Breaker spears Americano in half, Reed pulls Zero down off the ladder, Braun throws LA to the floor. Breaker with a spear to Knight on the floor, Bronson goes up top, hits Tsunami on Andrade. Solo begs off on the floor as Heyman points to him, Jacob Fatu and JC Mateo makes the save. The four brutes brawl among themselves, then Breaker puts Mateo into the steel post and then spears him through the timekeeper's barricade. Fatu throws Solo inside to help him climb the ladder and they set up a different ladder, Sikoa hugs Jacob before he starts climbing. Fatu keeping watch, Solo up top with a hand on the case, and suddenly Fatu grabs him by the ankle. A confused Sikoa looks down and says I hate you, then he pulls Solo down and super kicks him to hell. Fatu drags the ladder into the corner, puts Sikoa in position, hits double jump moonsault, spinning Solo puts Solo through the ladder bridged on the floor. Seth slides the fireball ladder back into the ring and sets it up, he climbs, but LA Knight returns to cut him off. Big lariat, LA climbs, Rollins pulls him down in turn, blocks BFT and throws him into the ladder, hits curb stomp. Seth climbs without opposition this time, and wins the 2025 Men's Money in the Bank ladder match. In the main event of the show, we saw a match between Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso versus John Cena and Logan Paul. We see Cena clears the announce desk, clears the Spanish desk to boot, he puts Cody on the English desk, fireman's carry, Rhodes slips out and Jey spears John. Cody back up on the desk, then Logan hits Ase Moonsault through the announce desk. Referee Ryan Tran busy checking on Uso and Paul, Cena has the belt and clocks Rhodes in the face with it in the ring. A mystery man in a hoodie spears Cena and beats him down. He picks the title up, it's R-Truth and he clobbers John with the belt before leaving through the crowd. Rhodes gets up, inverted facelock, hits Crossroads to John Cena, and gets the victory for his team by pinning John Cena. Post-match, Cody goes and checks on Jey and raises his hand, helping him into the ring to celebrate and the show goes off the air. How much you would rate WWE Money in the Bank 2025 PLE? Tell me in the comments. Do not forget to subscribe the channel for regular updates, and thanks for watching.